me, I don't work on the floor. I am environmental health and safety here. I know just enough to be dangerous. So coming up on the left side on the wall, you'll see signs of all the companies we work with. Well, it's not all. A lot of them that we work with. Rivian, Packard, Ford, Stellantis. A lot of times we have this stuff set up in here. But since we use it for cafeteria today, over here we have examples of some of the hoods and things that we make here. And the hatchbacks, that type of stuff. We have bumpers. The AEV bumper is actually made in the laser area, and we actually have a truck over there so you can see the whole model that it goes on. The Jeep, we make all the different parts of the Jeep, and this is a Vista Cruise cab. We've made all the parts on that as well. So our parts usually start on our press lines. The left side is an automated line. We just have somebody feed a flat piece of metal into it, and when it comes out the end, after the robot takes it all the way down, it is bent up holes and shapes. It's called stamping. This side is manual, so on these platforms that you see, our employees actually stand up there and take the parts out of the press and stick it on the conveyor to the next employee. So this is changed to one of our trains. So we're going into the tool and die area. So these large square things are our tools and dies, and that's actually what forms and cuts the metal in the presses. These are our lasers. We have 3 lasers currently. There's 2 here and 1 on this side. So the lasers are what make the bumpers and AEVs. The example of the truck is right here on the left. There's a little video going on here on the right that actually shows you kind of how the laser works. Move up a little more so you guys can see it in the back. I'll move them up just a hair. So yeah. Mitch and his crew help cut these out for you on the lasers so you guys can have a memento for today.
Nice.
Keychain Mechano. Bottle.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
But these presses can do, one press can do what like 4 of those big, sorry, I said that wrong. One laser does what 4 of those big presses do. Where they check the quality of some of the presses and the engine and the bumper. Some other stuff we do here. Up above us is a monorail. I kind of point that out. We'll talk about it more later, but I just want you to see how long and massive it goes from the front of the plant and the back of the plant, clear to plant 5. The monorail itself is 3,600 feet long, which is the length of 10 football fields. And our parts drive the whole thing. Have to be painted. So we have 6 presses here in Worcester and 1 in Clyde, Ohio. And we have about 7 plants in Michigan. The plants in Michigan do the tooling and dyeing. They can do our robotics. They set everything up for us, as well as have some assembly there too. So this cell here is all for Rivian, which is your electric vehicles. So we do have a Rivian truck here, which we do some of these panels and battery trays. The main battery tray that we do here is for Amazon vans. But we do stuff for the truck as well. I'll just very bad English.
Excuse me.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Remember working on the hot dog?
Yes. Well, I didn't. I don't. I do know we did that. Yeah. So we used to do specialty vehicles. So we did like the Oscar Mayer Wiener hot dog. We did the bookmobiles, that kind of stuff. When we realized there wasn't as much of a market for just for special vehicles, that's when we went into aftermarket car parts. So that's kind of what you see here. We make anytime a car wrecks, then they need a part, we have it. And here you'll see a side of a van
Excuse me.
and the roof of a van. Yes.
What year did this company open?
It actually was back in the 1800s originally. It did stuff like things with horse and carriage, and then some Model T type stuff way back when.
I was
in the
going to
30s.
ask if it did Model S's or Model T's.
But I haven't read the book well enough, so I'm not exactly sure on all. I just know it was a really long time ago. Then it became Gertie's. It was because it's something else before Gertie's.
I'm ready.
Then Gertie's. Then eventually Artiflex. And we expanded into the pre-market by doing Rivian. You get a little piece of the puzzle, so we send it back there and they assemble. All right, everybody, hold on. We're going to go railroad tracks here in a minute. Am I doing all right, Jim?
Yeah, haven't lost anybody yet.
Jim's been here way longer than I have. He can probably tell this kind of more what's going on than I can. So some of that Jeep body stuff you saw before, there's an actual Jeep put together here. The Modal stuff is what it's called. Over here on the left. This is a Dodge Durango. We do the hoods for Dodge and for Ram on this particular cell here. So there's a video here we can stop real quick and see. You can see how they put the inner and outer hood parts into this robotic cell. Go a little further so they can see it better in the back. And then our employees take it out after it's all put together. In these 55-gallon drums, we have an adhesive, so it puts the adhesive on, it puts the two pieces together, then it'll hem or tack or weld. It just depends on what application that hood needs. And then we have our people check it and make sure it's in spec. And that one's strictly a weld cell. It's not running, but it does more major welding, just a tack. Well, last year they expanded it here. I didn't drive a lot of it before. I didn't know it was only in plant. We do have trucks like this that we carry cars back and forth. This is the metrology lab. Inside of here, we actually have some of our goods that we've done after they've been painted and everything outside of here, brought back so we can put them up on display. Side panels. It is kept air conditioned in here though. And we do have a lot of specialty equipment that they use. And I forget.
CMM.
Yeah. So you know better than I do.
computerized measurement machine.
How we got all caught up with everybody else. Up ahead, there's another video that just actually shows you a blank piece being put in the front, and then it shows you at the end when it comes out as the hood with all the stampings and holes and stuff underneath. This is an inner hood. It's the top and the back. Generally. There's the video. I think it's cool to see that it goes in a completely flat piece of metal. At the end, which I'll show here in a second, comes out with all the holes and it's bent into the shape that they want it to be bent into. And then our employees take it off these conveyors and put it into the rack. Over there's a warehouse full of racks of stuff. Once again, there's another one of our trains. Takes everything down to the riding back over the railroad tracks again, so hold on. Hey, Phil. So here you can see some of our side panels.
Do you do this every year?
Yep. You gonna come back next year again?
Yep.
Cool. I like having guys. You guys can see these hooks here. That's part of that monorail I was talking about that goes through the whole plant. So we actually have people that stand down here and hook parts onto those hooks. And it goes from here into our eco system. So eco has some sprays that'll spray off, take the oil and water and dust off the parts, and then it goes into the dip tank. So we go up here, you can So once it goes into that dip tank, then from there it goes up on the roof, and we have an oven. It'll heat set it and dry it out, and then it'll go down the Wexham monorail all the way to the other end to Plant 5. Like I said, it's long as 10 football fields. And it goes through this plant all the way around.
You plan for height.
It's running. I don't know what it is. I don't usually just roll up the name sounds familiar. But here's a video that just kind of shows you how the stuff goes into the dip tanks. It's dipping down in there, and then the parts will come back out and they'll be black instead of silver. It's such a dark video though, it's hard to see from this